Hello and welcome to my channel. And today I want to get real with you about my journey selling private label products on Amazon. Now, I know $20 million in sales sounds impressive, but it didn't happen overnight. And it certainly wasn't without its fair share of mistakes and hard lessons. In fact, as I sit here thinking about it, I can't help but shake my head at some of the missteps I took along the way. But you know what? Those setbacks taught me more than any success ever could. And that's exactly why I'm here today, to share with you the 7 most critical things I learned during this wild ride. Whether you're just starting out or you're already deep in the game, I promise these insights will save you time, money, and a whole lot of headaches. So grab a coffee, get comfy, and let's talk about what it really takes to build a successful private label business on Amazon. Trust me, you don't want to miss this one. The first thing we're going to talk about is product research. I know a lot of people already talk about it because that's important. Product research remains critical, but it's not just about finding products with good demand and low competition. It's a delicate balance to strike. Low competition often signals a smaller market size for that niche. I've learned that the hard way that if the market is too small, you'll need to launch so many products to scale up significantly. And whether it's a $10,000 per month product niche or a $100,000 per month product niche, every time the effort and the capital investment you put into research and develop a new product, that wouldn't be significantly different. It doesn't mean that for a smaller niche you can just quickly pick and launch. No, you still need to go through the thorough R&D process to make sure that it'll be a successful product launch. It does save you some time on the smaller niches, but not going to be 10x as it is on the revenue. Also, it's exhausting to repeat this process over and over. On the flip side, larger markets bring their own challenges. Competition will always be harder, whether it's when you first entered or down the road as others discover the niche. Also, the bigger markets require more capital for inventory, product launches, and promotions. The real skill lies in finding that sweet spot, a market size that aligns with your unique position and resources. It's about understanding your capabilities and the limitations, then choosing a niche that fits like a glove. And I've discovered that it's not a one-size-fits-all approach. What works for one seller might not work for another. You've got to assess your budget, your risk tolerance and long-term goals, and more importantly, your unique strengths, your skills, your hobbies and backgrounds. Then choose a market that allows you to grow sustainably without overextending yourself. I mean, it's a constant learning process. I'm still refining my approach with each new product launch. The key is to stay adaptable and keep refining your strategy as you gain more experience in the Amazon marketplace. Now the next thing is inventory management. Manage inventory effectively is a balancing act that can significantly impact your cash flow and overall business health. I've learned that optimizing for cash flow turnover rate is crucial for long-term success on Amazon. So when I started, I was eager to stock up on inventory, thinking more product means more sales. But I quickly realized that this approach tied up too much capital and left me vulnerable to market shifts. Over time, I developed a strategy focused on maintaining just enough stock to meet the demand while maximizing cash flow. This meant closely monitoring sales velocity, seasonality, and lead times. I started using tools to forecast the demand more accurately, which helped me avoid overstocking slow-moving items. I also negotiated better terms with suppliers, aiming for smaller, more frequent orders instead of large bulk purchases. This approach reduced my upfront cost and allowed me to reinvest profits more quickly into growing product lines or exploring new opportunities. Another key lesson was the importance of regularly reviewing and cutting underperforming products. Holding on to slow-moving inventory ties up valuable resources that could be better used elsewhere. At some point, I learned to be ruthless in discontinuing items that were not meeting profitability targets. And implementing these strategies gradually improved my cash flow and turnover rate. With more liquid capital available, I could respond faster to market trends, invest in new product developments, and scale my business more efficiently. The compound effect of this approach was actually huge. As my cash flow improved, so did my ability to negotiate better deals, invest in marketing, and expand my product line. This virtuous circle eventually led to higher returns on my invested capital and accelerated growth for my Amazon business. So looking back, I wish I'd focused on this aspect of inventory management earlier. It's not just about having products to sell, it's about strategically managing your resources to fuel sustainable growth. Speaking of cash flow management and optimizing your return on cash, one powerful strategy I found is negotiating better terms with suppliers. So that goes to the next point I want to talk about is working with suppliers. The best payment terms I've got so far is actually 1 month after delivery. That means when the shipment is delivered, meaning it arrives at the Amazon warehouse, I still haven't paid up the full balance yet. I will pay that balance 30 days after. And by that time, I've already sold these products and made my money back before I even paid it to my supplier. So you see how powerful this strategy could be. But always remember that it's not just about stretching out payments. It's about building a stronger relationship with your supplier. Working closely with supplier, clear communication and mutual respect, these things go a long way. It's important to be specific about your requirements, from product specifications to packaging details. Don't assume anything. Spell it out to avoid costly misunderstandings. Building strong relationships takes time and effort. I made it a point to visit my key suppliers in person whenever possible. This face-to-face interaction helps foster trust and shows you are committed to this partnership. And during these visits, I've actually gained valuable insights into their production process and capabilities. Also know that reliability is a two-way street. Pay your suppliers on time and honor your commitments. In return, expect them to meet agreed upon deadlines and quality standards. So when issues arise, and they will, approach them in a collaborative effort. Work together to find solutions rather than placing blame. But at the same time, I also want to say this. Diversification is key for risk management. While it's great to have preferred suppliers, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Building relationships with multiple suppliers for each product line. This gives you flexibility and bargaining power as well. Negotiation is an art in supplier management. I actually have another book about negotiation, and I know negotiation is hard for entrepreneurs, especially for the first-time entrepreneurs. And I'm going to have another video dedicated to that topic. But briefly, how do you negotiate with suppliers? I will say that start with fair prices that allow both parties to profit. Look for win-win scenarios where increased order volume lead to better pricing. But you have to know that squeezing supplier too hard on price can backfire sometimes if it compromises quality or reliability. Also, on the product itself, continuous improvement should be a shared goal. Regularly discuss ways to enhance product quality, streamline processes, or reduce costs. Be open to your supplier's suggestions. They often have valuable expertise to offer. Another critical aspect is the culture thing. Cultural sensitivity is vital, especially when working with international suppliers. Take time to understand their business customs and communication styles. A little cultural awareness can prevent misunderstandings and strengthen your working relationship. So while negotiating payment term is a great cash flow strategy, see it as part of a bigger picture. It's about fostering a partnership that can fuel your business growth in multiple ways. Take the time to build these relationships. It is an investment that pays dividends far beyond the balance sheet. Now we go to the next thing, product launch. Product launch is still critical, right? Product launch can make all the difference in your Amazon journey. I've seen countless sellers underestimate the power of a well-executed launch strategy. It's not just about getting your product listed, it's about creating momentum and visibility from day one. A successful launch sets the stage for long-term success. It's your opportunity to generate initial sales, get reviews, and climb those all-important search rankings. And I found that investing time and resources into a strategic launch often pays off tenfold down the line. One key aspect is timing. Launching during peak seasons or aligned with trending topics can give you an extra boost. But it's not just about when you launch, it's about how prepared you are. Having a solid inventory, optimize the listings, and a marketing plan in place before you hit that go live button, that's going to be critical. And I've also learned to leverage various tools and techniques for product launches. Amazon's promotional features, external traffic sources, and influencer partnerships have all played roles in a successful product introduction. The goal is to create a buzz and drive targeted traffic to your listing. And let's not forget the importance of pricing strategy during launch as well. Sometimes an introductory offer can help you gain traction faster. And it's always going to be finding a balance between attracting buyers and maintaining profitability. Because once you have traffic to your listing, you need them to convert. A higher conversion rate tells the algorithm that your product is in demand, which will push it to higher rankings. And to have those conversions, the biggest purchasing factor from my years of business consulting experience is actually word of mouth. Customers want to see word of mouth, social proofs, and in this case, the product reviews. I know the reviews are hard to get. It's always going to be very difficult to get reviews. I mean, after all, the average review rate on Amazon is somewhere between 2 to 5%. People are not going to buy a product with 0 reviews. So when you launch a new product, the first few reviews are going to be critical, and they are the hardest to get. My suggestion is use Vine reviews as much as possible. Sign up the maximum quantity allowed. That's your easiest way to get reviews, especially the early reviews on Amazon now. Once the product is on the market, monitoring and adjusting your strategy in real time during the launch phase is going to be vital as well. The data you gather in these early days can inform your long-term approach and help you fine-tune your product offerings as well. Okay, the next one. Since you are selling on Amazon, you've got to play by their rules. So the next one I want to say is play the Amazon game. It's not just about following policies, it's about thriving within them. Amazon's ecosystem is like a complex organism, and understanding its DNA is critical for succeeding on this platform. Amazon's policies aren't just guidelines. I mean, they are the foundation of your business there. I've seen countless sellers get their listings suspended or even the account permanently banned because they didn't take these rules seriously. It's not enough to skim through them once. You need to internalize them. Stay updated on changes and build your entire operation around compliance. But here's where it gets really interesting. Mastering Amazon's algorithm. This is not just about ticking boxes. It's about speaking Amazon's language fluently. I mean, personally, I've spent countless hours dissecting how their algorithm works, testing different strategies and analyzing the results. After all, no one's going to be able to tell you how the algorithm exactly works. It's a constant learning process, and it's always where the real competitive edge lies. Understanding how Amazon ranks products, what factors influence visibility, and how to optimize every aspect of your listing, from title to backend keywords, adding them up, it can make a world of difference. I've seen products go from page 10 to the top of page 1 in a very short amount of time, and you can only achieve that if you know the Amazon rules so well. One key insight I've gained is that Amazon's algorithm is customer-centric. It's designed to show shoppers what they are most likely to buy. So aligning your strategy with Amazon's goal of customer satisfaction isn't just good at practice, it's a powerful way to boost your visibility and sales. I've also learned that algorithm favors products that convert well. This means focusing not just on driving traffic to a listing, but on creating listings that turn browsers into buyers. Like high quality images, compelling copy, and strategic pricing, they all play critical roles here. So to succeed on Amazon is far more than just having a great product. It's about becoming a master of Amazon's ecosystem. When you align your business with Amazon's policy and algorithm, you're not just playing the game, you excel at it. But one of the most important things I learned from selling on Amazon is actually to go beyond Amazon. So the next one I want to talk about is diversification. Because focusing on Amazon alone is going to be so risky, especially in the ever-changing world of e-commerce. I learned this the hard way when my top-selling product suddenly faced a stiff competition and sales just plummeted. It was a wake-up call to spread my investment across multiple product lines and categories. And diversification isn't just about having different products. It's about strategically expanding into various niches, price points, and even new sales channels. One of the most valuable diversification strategy I implemented was actually creating my own brand website, a Shopify store. While Amazon remained my primary sales channel, having a direct-to-customer platform allowed me to build a stronger brand identity and capture customer data for remarketing. Another aspect of diversification is geographic expansion. Initially, I focused solely on North American market, but as the business grew, I realized the potential of international markets. Expanding to UK, Europe, and later Asia, they opened up new revenue streams and reduced my dependency on single markets. If you watch my other videos, you might have seen me sharing my revenue split between countries. And among the $3 million close to $4 million revenue every year, only 30% of it comes from the United States, with the rest from many other countries. So think about what a big market opportunity you would have missed if you only sell in the US. And that is the power of global expansion. I also want to echo the diversification on suppliers. We talked about this earlier, the benefits and importance of it. So diversification really comes in many different ways, but it isn't without challenges. It requires more resources, time, and expertise to manage multiple product lines and channels. But it's obviously more sustainable over the long run. It's provided the stability to my business and opened up exciting growth opportunities I never imagined before. Now we finally get on to the last one. That is, you should work on the business, not in the business. Building a solid team and implementing SOPs have been game changers in my Amazon business. It's not just about making money, it's about creating a system that works without your constant involvement. When I started, I was doing everything myself, from product research to customer service. I was literally replying to customer messages every day, all day, because that's Amazon's policy. I got a reply to customer messages within 24 hours, so I'm constantly glued to my phone. It was exhausting and unsustainable. I realized that I needed to shift from working in my business to working on my business. So developing comprehensive SOPs became my priority. I documented every process, from product sourcing to inventory management. This made it easier to train new team members and ensure consistency in our operations. Gradually, I built a reliable team. I hired people for administrative tasks, brought on product managers and inventory managers, and outsourced specialized roles like social media posting and ad management. We do them in-house now, but it started outsourced. This freed up a lot of my time to focus on strategy and growth. The result? A more efficient, scalable business that doesn't rely solely on me. I've regained the control of my time, and the passive income has allowed me to explore other interests and investments. And I mean, doing the business, it's really not just about the money. It's about creating a lifestyle that aligns with your goals. I mean, for me, that means having the freedom to travel, spend time with family, and pursue other business ventures. So if you're feeling overwhelmed in your Amazon business or any business, consider this approach. You should really consider this approach. It might take time and effort initially, but the long-term benefits are invaluable. You're not only building a more successful business, but also creating space for personal growth and new opportunities. So that's it. That's everything for this video. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe if you want to see more of this, and I'll see you in the next one.